my God, dude. No! Maybe the creepiest game I've actually ever played. I've never been more stressed trying to do laundry.
What's up, everybody? Seth, Macy here at PAX West. I have my ear to the ground of what fans are most excited about to experience here on the floor. And today, I am particularly hyped because we're gonna be checking out the biggest and smallest games we can find here on the show floor. Let's go! Presented by the Army National Guard.
All right, I just got back from the Switch 2 Final Fantasy VII Remake demo, and going into it, my expectations were pretty low. We just got back from Gamescom. We saw Elden Ring running on Nintendo Switch 2, and it was not great. I was very worried that Switch 2 wasn't going to be up to the task of handling like these ports, even though like Remake's kind of an old game at this point. However, after playing it, I am completely fired up to get my hands on this game on Switch 2. It ran really well. Is it 60 FPS? No, it's not 60 FPS, but it was a solid, probably like 40 FPS. It looked as good as I wanted it to look, especially on that handheld. I didn't see any stutters at all in the frame rate. It was really, really smooth. It was able to maintain that the whole time that I played through the demo. It feels like it's supposed to be a handheld game. I have it on PlayStation 5, and I was actually playing it on my PlayStation Portal, and it felt great on the Portal, but it feels better on the Switch 2 because the Switch 2 is a dedicated handheld hybrid system, so I could take it with me on the go anywhere, and I don't need, an internet connection to play it, and then I can drop it in the dock. I can play it on the big TV if I want to. All my skepticism is gone. It's washed away. I am ready to play this on Switch 2. I'm hoping that the next one comes to Switch 2, and I'm hoping that the third one comes to Switch 2 because this is like legit a great way to play this game. And I have to think a lot of people who had Nintendo Switch in the first place probably didn't play this game, and now a whole new audience of people who are getting in on the Switch 2 are gonna be able to play what's a really great game, a really awesome modern take on probably the most beloved JRPG of all time. So yeah, I don't know if you can tell, I'm pretty fired up for Final Fantasy VII Remake on Switch 2. All right, I just went hands-on with Elden Ring for Nintendo Switch 2. As I might have mentioned before, the Gamescom build, people weren't very thrilled on it. Now, I did not play the Gamescom build. I cannot speak to its quality firsthand. However, I did just play a new build, and it's fine. I mean, are there some frame drops? Are there stutters? Yeah, a little bit. Not anywhere near what I was expecting it to be. Does it run as great as it does on, PC or like the PlayStation 5? No. But at the end of the day, it's Elden Ring in the palm of your hand. I got to try out the new Heavy Knight class, which is in the Tarnished Edition. This is exactly what it sounds like. It's a Heavy Knight, just a tank going through, makes the game a little easier for someone like me who's not particularly skilled at Souls-like games. I'm intrigued at this point, and it's coming out this year. They haven't given us a release date yet, but I think there's still some more polish they can do. I was expecting it to be really bad, and I came away feeling like it was fine. So yeah, I'm interested to see what they're able to do with it on the Switch 2. All right, we are here at the Nintendo booth. We just got done playing Pokémon Legends ZA. I am here with world famous NVC host Logan Plant. Logan, hometown hero, how are you feeling about Pokémon Legends ZA?
Yeah, I really liked the demo. It's a brand new take on Pokemon in the same way that Pokemon Legends Arceus was. And the big new thing is the battle system. It really kind of plays like an MMO. You're commanding your Pokemon in real time. All of their moves have cooldowns. And if Legends Arceus was like what it's like to capture Pokemon in the Pokemon anime, this is what it's like to fight in the Pokemon anime, where you're in the battlefield with your Pokemon, commanding them in real time, watching their moves take place. I think people that like the show and like Pokemon are really gonna like how this plays. We played the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, so we still don't know how it runs on Nintendo Switch 1, which it's also coming to, but I would say that seemed to run at a locked 60 FPS for me at least. So I think it ran really nice. I still wouldn't say it looks great, just like some of the buildings. There's balconies on these buildings in what's Paris, Lumio City, but the balconies are quite literally just like flat JPEGs. Like there's no depth or texture or 3D modeling. Like maybe that's so the game can maintain its locked 60, but it still doesn't quite feel up to par with what I would want from a new Switch 2 game.
All right, tell me a little bit about the demo. There's actually two demos. Can you sort of walk us through and how you did? I'm surprised that you are not one of the 10 people in the world who beat the harder demo, but walk us through what you went through.
Yeah, so the first half of the demo, it takes place at night in Lumio City, and your trainer starts out as rank Z, and you're trying to climb from Z to A, which is why the game is called Pokémon Legends ZA. You just start battling trainers, and you can sneak up on them and get a big advantage in your battle, or if they catch you, they get a big advantage. And then it's this real-time battle where you can swap Pokemon in and out seamlessly, attack with those cooldowns like I mentioned, and then when you win, you just hunt down the next trainer, and it seems like this is going to be kind of the night gameplay loop in Legends ZA, which was really cool. And then our demo ended with something they wanted to challenge us with. Our Pokemon were around level 8, and it ended with a fight against a level 18 Pidgeotto, and yeah, I got stomped by that. They said only like 3 people in Gamescom beat that demo out of like the thousands that tried, so they wanted to challenge us, and it was pretty fun.
What are your feelings? Are you excited more so now, having played it, or are you sort of like at the same where you were before?
Yeah, I'm excited. I really like Legends Arceus. I think that these kind of mainline spin-offs they're doing are really cool and different takes on Pokemon. I wasn't sure how a more battle-focused one would feel, but I think I'm optimistic after the demo.
All right, I am here at the GameTank with the creator, Clyde. Clyde, thank you so much. Talk to me about GameTank.
Well, the GameTank is a brand new 8-bit game console, fully open source, a fully original architecture. I've been asked a few times what games does it play, and well, I have to say it'll play any GameTank game. You know, this is a project that took about 5 years. I kind of just decided I'd be really interested to make a game console, and that's how I'm going to learn digital electronics. And that started in like 2019. Fast forward to 2025, here I am at PAX West. We have open source tooling to let people make games. So the whole thing is like a C SDK, a Rust SDK. I have an online community of people who are making these. Our current flagship game in progress here called Ganymede, which is an exploration platformer, action game, where you explore around, get upgrades, use your map. Certain, similar to some other, popular indie genres out here.
And the case itself is 3D printed, the controllers 3D printed, the games?
The cases are 3D printed. The games are also on a custom cartridge that I built, designed similar to the console. I have a pair of printers in my basement that are churning 24/7, getting these cases out. One of the important parts about this project is that you can buy all the components today. You don't have to salvage them. Someone, if they wanted to, could use the parts list because I said it's open source. They could make a GameTank without my knowledge. You can just go on GitHub and pull the designs. I sell them because buying them in bulk because it makes it a lot cheaper than building it yourself.
All right, most importantly, where can people find out more about GameTank?
GameTank can be found out more about at the website gametank.zone. Yes, .zone is a real thing that websites can end in. From there, if you want to get the Discord, discord.gametank.zone. If you want the wiki for developers, wiki.gametank.zone. youtube.gametank.zone. But all of these can be linked to from the hub website, which is gametank.zone.
GameTank.zone. I am here at the Fractured Blooms demo, and I am joined by
Z from Serenity Forge. I'm the executive director here and also the game director of Fractured Blooms.
Awesome. And so, you're the one who's the reason why I'm going to be having nightmares tonight.
I'm so sorry about what you just went through, but kind of, yes. Fractured Blooms is a farming sim, life sim, cooking sim, but pretty obviously, there's also a little bit of psychological horror in there. However, what we haven't shown yet is that the game is actually even more than that. It's really a game about layers, about subversion. It's a game that really comes from the heart. It's a game that's actually inspired by a true story, a story of my family. And that's something I'm really excited to show the world as time goes on.
It's not like any farming simulator I've ever played. It's the least cute one, but then it also kind of is. So yeah, could you explain some of the more influences?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously we grew up with games like Resident Evil, Silent Hill, but to me, actually a big part of the inspiration comes from outside of games. I'm an avid gardener. I love planting stuff in our garden, growing crops and stuff, and I love cooking as well. And a lot of times you kind of put that stuff together and realize there's actually a whole resource management situation going on that obviously is captured by farming sims, but also is relevant compared to the early days of Resident Evil, is it not? So then, why not try to take that systematic farming sim approach, but kind of put that horror layer a little bit more deeply on it?
When can people start playing this? Is the demo available, and where can people start playing this?
Yeah, so right now we're showing the demo to a limited capacity, but we're hoping to kind of polish that up and kind of make some adjustments, finalize it, and then reveal that maybe on Steam somewhere soon. You can go to fracturedblooms.com, and that's kind of how it goes directly to the Steam page. It makes it easy.
So cool. Thank you so much. I am feeling really freaked out right now. I think I need a cold glass of water, but thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you taking the time checking it out.
All right, I'm here with Adam. Adam, can you tell us who you are, what you do, and a little bit about STARSEEKER Astroneer Expeditions.
You bet. I'm Adam. I'm a creative director at System Era, making STARSEEKER Astroneer Expeditions, which we just got to play together. It was a lot of fun. STARSEEKER is the next Astroneer game in the Astroneer franchise. This time around, though, as Astroneers, you are part of the Frontier Force, this wackadoodle crew aboard the ESS STARSEEKER. And the STARSEEKER is this space station that's purpose-built for jumping from star system to star system. And as explorers, of course, we're going to embark on these expeditions to explore different planets, unravel a bit of mystery along the way, do a little bit of research, and really kind of build camaraderie amongst the players that play this game. The STARSEEKER itself is our literal and figurative vessel in which we as the developers can engage our players as the Astroneers. Every single player that plays this game is on the same team. It's massively cooperative. We're all Astroneers, we're all in this together. And so the STARSEEKER has enough room for about 100 players to be walking around on the space station together. And then you and up to 3 friends can form a squad, embark on those expeditions. And what's really cool is this time around, our planets are bigger than what you've seen in Astroneer. And so because of that, rather than just being a group of 4 people that go down, there's other squads that are also then embarking on different expeditions. Every player that plays this game has what we call a sticker book. And what the sticker book does is there's all these individual aspects of the game that we can track on the back end and how you engage with it. Everything from simple gameplay like running and jumping to those like little carotlings that we found, and like you can scan them along the way. And so as you scan them, as you run, as you climb, as you glide, do all these different things, use your nozzles, you're progressing those individual stickers as you level up. And the idea is that over time, I should be able to look at Seth's sticker book and go, oh, Seth is a player that likes X, Y, and Z. And then now on the space station, we can engage those kinds of players. So you can imagine in the future where, let's say season X down the road, we have a whole farming page of stickers, all about farming. Well, all of a sudden on the station, we can do like Farmer Appreciation Day, where it's like everybody that's got their farmer stickers that are up to gold level, then now we can invite them to come on the station during a certain time period over the weekend, give them like their little straw hats and their overalls, and maybe do a side quest or a side mission down on the planet that's all about farming, and just kind of like engage those players that enjoy that certain thing.
Where can people find STARSEEKER Astroneer Expeditions? Where can they find out more?
The best place is go to StarSeekerGame.com. That's where you can have access to our Discord, all of our socials. If you want to play in the beta that we're doing on Steam later in a few months, you can sign up through our Discord. And of course, all of our socials are the same, StarSeeker Game. And then you can wishlist us on Steam as well. And then you can expect it in spring 2026.
Which game are you most excited about? Let us know in the comments below. And for everything video gaming, keep it right here on IGN. My mind! It's being flayed!